1. e4, Fischer begins with his trademark best by test move, staking an immediate claim in the center. 1. e5, Chakran meets the challenge classically, entering the open game. 2. nf3, White develops the knight to its most natural square, attacking the e5 pawn. 2. nc6, Black defends and develops. 3. bb5, the Ruy Lopez. Fischer aims to exert long-term pressure on Black's structure rather than seeking immediate tactical chaos. 3. a6, the Morphy defense, forcing the bishop to declare its intentions. For baba4, Fischer retreats, keeping the bishop alive to pressure the diagonal later. 4. nf6, Black develops the knight and attacks e4. 5. Fischer castles, prioritizing king's safety and bringing the rook into play. 5. b7, Chakran prepares to castle. 6. 1 rupee, White protects the e-pawn, freeing the c3/d4 squares for central expansion. 6. b5, Black pushes the bishop back to gain space on the queenside. 7. bb3, the bishop settles on a strong diagonal. 7. d6, solidifying the center and opening the diagonal for the light-squared bishop. 8. c3, a key move in the Ruy Lopez. Fischer prepares d4 to build a strong pawn center. 8. Black castles. 9. h3, Fischer plays this prophylaxis to prevent bg4, which would pin the knight and annoy White's setup. 9. na5, the Chigorin defense. Black immediately harasses the bishop and seeks counterplay on the queenside. 10. bc2, Fischer preserves his Spanish bishop. It will become a powerful attacking piece later. 10. c5, Chakran grabs space in the center. 11. d4, Fischer strikes back in the center immediately. 11. qc7, Black defends the e5 point and connects the rooks. 12. nbd2, the Spanish knight begins its famous journey toward the kingside. 12. bd7, developing the bishop. 13. nf1, the knight heads for e3 or g3. 13. f8, prophylaxis against White's central plans. 14. na3, Fischer plants the knight on a centralized square where it eyes f5 and d5. 14. g6, Chakran weakens his kingside slightly to prevent the white knight from jumping to f5. 15. dex5, Fischer clarifies the central tension to open lines for his pieces. 15. dex5, recapturing to maintain the central presence. 16. nh2, a creative maneuver. Fischer clears the f3 square for his queen and prepares to launch the knight to g4. 16. rat8, Black brings the rook to the open d-file. 17. qf3, Fischer brings the queen into the attack, targeting the weakened dark squares around Black's king. 17. b6, Chakran tries to activate his bishop. 18. nhg4, the knight joins the attack, challenging the defender on f6. 18. nxg4, Chakran decides to exchange to reduce the pressure. 19. hxg4, Fischer recaptures with the h-pawn. This is a dynamic decision, opening the h-file for the rook to attack the Black king. 19. qc6, Black tries to coordinate his pieces. 20. g5, a powerful space-gaining move. Fischer clamps down on f6 and restricts Black's defensive mobility. 20. nc4, Chakran tries to trade off the strong knight on e3. 21. ing4, Fischer refuses to be passive and improves his knight again. 21. bxg4, forced. Leaving the knight on g4 would be fatal. 22. qxg4, White maintains the queen on an aggressive post. 22. nb6, the knight retreats to regroup. 23. g3, a quiet preparation. Fischer intends to march his king to g2 and slide the rook to h1 for a mating attack. 23. c4, Black seeks counterplay on the queenside. 24. kg2, the king steps aside to let the heavy pieces use the h-file. 24. nd7, Chakran maneuvers the knight to defend the kingside. 25. rh1, the battery is formed. Fischer eyes h7. 25, nf8, the knight arrives just in time to cover the h7 weakness. 26, b4, a sharp positional surprise. Fischer halts black's queenside expansion in its tracks and fixes the pawn structure. 26, qe6, Chakran offers a queen trade to relieve the pressure. 27, qe2, Fischer declines. He needs the ladies on the board to deliver mate. 27, a5, black tries to break open the queenside. 28, bx5, Fischer accepts the pawn, opening the b-file for his own use. 28, qa6, black goes pawn hunting. 29, b3, developing the bishop with a tempo. 29, xa5, black regains the pawn, but his queen is now far from the defense of the king. 30 e4, Fischer smashes open lines on the queenside to infiltrate with his rooks. 30, ra8, black tries to hold the file. 31, axb5, opening the a-file completely. 31, qxb5, recapturing. 32, rhb1, Fischer seizes the open b-file. His rooks are now extremely active. 32, qc6, the queen retreats. 33, rb6, the rook invades, harassing the queen and cramping black's position. 33, qc7, moving to safety. 34, rb6, Fischer offers to exchange one pair of rooks to dominate the a-file with the remaining one. 34, rxa6, accepted. 35, rxa6, now Fischer controls the only open file on the board. 35, rc8, passive defense. 36, qg4, the queen eyes the weak back rank and potential tactical motifs. 36, and a6, Chakran blocks the e-file and attacks g5. It looks like a solid fortress. 37, ba4, Fischer reactivates the light-squared bishop, threatening to disrupt black's coordination. 37, rb8, the rook steps aside. 38, rc6, the white rook dominates the board. 38, qd8, Chakran unpins. He likely expects a positional continuation. 39, rec6, the thunderbolt. Fischer sacrifices the exchange to destroy black's defensive wall. The knight on e6 was the glue holding the position together. 39, qc8, a resourceful defense. Chakran pins the rook. If he takes immediately, 39, fx6, 40. c6 plus leads to a quick mate. 40, bd7, the final blow. A spectacular interference move. Fischer places the bishop in the line of fire to cut the communication between the black queen and the pinned rook. 1-0, Chakran resigns. If 40, qxd7, then 41. Rxg6 plus is a discovered attack winning the queen.